Durk. So Little Durk deactivates his Instagram. Before he deactivated it, he tweeted this on Twitter. He said, "Till next time, 7220. This is the name of his album. He is going into album mood." They said the real reason why he deactivated his Instagram is because the feds is onto him. The feds is cracking down on him. Mimo 600. So Mimo 600, they said, have been dissing Little Durk. He has been dissing him over the last few weeks and stuff. And people believe that Little Durk responded to Mimo. He's saying that he hates when people he loved down talk him for likes and tweets and all this stuff, called Mimo bro. But the reason why he's even responding to Mimo is because Mimo is hurting him. Mimo is actually hurting Little Durk. Whatever Mimo says matters. Mimo tweeted this a couple days before. Said, "Never in my life been a follower or on no fan. Respect and prosper. That's it, that's all." He is saying that he is not on the fan stuff that Little Durk is trying to have him on. He is not a follower. He is not going to follow Little Durk around and do all this stuff and do it for the clout and everything, because that's what they've been saying, it's all for clout. Even in that interview that 600 Breezy did, he said that Little Durk is actually tight in real life with his money. He said it's not like how it seems on camera. That confirms the live that him and Mimo 600 did when they were talking about feeding people and feeding the guys. Even in Mimo's tweet, he's saying all the other people around him is yes men. The people that are around Little Durk that used to go with him at the shows and do all the stuff, they are all yes men. He cares about what Mimo had to say, and now he deactivated his Instagram. He's not on social media. He is going into album mood. The money is changing people. The money has separated the gang. The fame has came between the friendship. All the time they were hanging out doing all these stuff, broke all the stuff, running around doing all this stuff, there wasn't no problems. As soon as they got in the industry and Little Durk's birth, all of a sudden now they have no this problem. Why did Mimo leave OTF? Something else happened. So now Little Durk is off Instagram. He's going back in album mood because he has to drop the album quick. There is a possibility date might come for him, so he has to drop the album quick and stuff in case that situation happens, because they are planning to actually build this excitement and put it around this whole comes to the gangs. I'm telling you, it's the industry, and the labels are working with the police. The labels are working with the rumor was put out by Chicago Scene 88. There is an informant on the inside. They're going to replace the where they can get all of them, rest of O Block. To Pusha right now, they're trying to use stuff against him that he done when he was 11. That's what they do, and that's what they would continue to do to keep those boys down, especially when they're in this, especially when they're in the industry doing as Pusha. It is not a coincidence that Pusha is actually down as well after he did all these numbers and all this stuff. If Pusha didn't do that back in blood with Little Durk and he wasn't around Little Durk, Pusha would have still been out right now. It's because of all the numbers and the attention he brought on himself. He following him, they was already watching, they was already listening to him, and now they managed to get him. They're not going to let him back out. They are going to make the phase die down. When Pusha come back out, Pusha might not even be ready now because so many different things. That's what they were trying to do. It's all a phase. YNW Melly. So TMZ broke some news about YNW Melly, an update on the case. They are saying that they found a jacket at the scene, and this yellow jacket has 4 people's DNA on it. They managed to find someone that links to that jacket, but they want to do a DNA on YNW Melly to see if he is going to be connected to it, because they believe he is going to, there will be some type of on that jacket, the jacket from the scene of the situation. So that's what they are planning to do with the Melly situation. They are not trying to let YNW Melly out, and that's what they're trying to do with the YNW Melly situation. It has a lot to do with the industry, to do with his music, and it has a lot to do with the money he's making as well. If they let him out, he only makes more money. What did they do when he put out his album and did something so innocent as announcing his album? What did they do? They took away his visiting privileges. They took it away because he used the opportunity to make money and promote his album, and he wasn't meant to do that. And now they are trying to keep him in there. They're trying to do whatever they can to keep him in there.